Brought to you by Lister Pros TV, streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, Facebook. Jordan Nielsen here with Lister Pros TV on Real Estate Pros, and today we have a special guest, Brian Cunningham.
Hey, Facebook. How's it going?
Of AZ Flat Fee. So today we're going to be
sir.
talking about the value of a flat fee agent. Probably, mostly I wanted to have you in here to kind of demystify that there's a myth. It seems like if an agent charges less, it's always less service. But anyways, we'll give the viewers a chance to actually the two-time guest, Brian. You were the very first one, so
I was the beta test.
I'm sorry. So he was the beta test, the very first episode on Real Estate Pros, and it's been we've changed it up a little bit since then, but.
Okay.
Pretty much the same. But anyways, for those that don't know who you are, give us a little background on yourself, how long you've been in real estate, why you got into the business of real estate, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. I'm Brian Cunningham, AZ Flat Fee, like we said. I've been in real estate since 2009. I started with a bank-owned agent over at Keller Williams, got recruited to do some investment work, and that's where I've been for the last 7 years. And in doing that, and working with investors, I had this system that I had to get really tight. I had to get my numbers tight, my marketing. I had to get it into like a succinct system so that I can help these investors, list houses on a large scale.
Right.
And so after doing that, I decided, I'm like, guys, I know how to list a house really, really cheap and really well. I've done several hundred listings. Why am I charging someone who sells a $100,000 house more than I charge, or less than I charge someone who does a $400,000 house? Why is there a 3x gap there when it's the same contract, the same sign I put in their front yard?
So you're telling me that you don't put in 3x the work on the 4,000 versus 100,000, or you're saying you put in the same amount of effort on your listings regardless?
I mean, there are some unique properties. We're gonna get some haters if I don't say one thing. I mean, the luxury listings, maybe some horse property, and maybe some weird property that aren't, stucco tile, really tight list of comps, right? Those may take a little extra work. But generally speaking, in Arizona, we're a relatively new state. A lot of our houses are newer. They have model match comps. They're easy for an appraiser to work on, and they're easy for agents to list. Yes, I'm doing the same process and the same amount of effort on every house, on every listing.
So if you were charging, what would you do differently if you weren't charging a flat fee and you were charging 3% on your listing?
100% honest, I would do nothing different. I'm paying for professional photography.
You got to be cutting corners somewhere, Brian. Jeez Louise, man.
You're making me blush. No. I do professional photography. I do Zillow video walkthroughs, right? I do walkthroughs on my own website, on my own YouTube channel. Check it out. AZ Flat Fee now has their own YouTube channel.
Sweet. I might have to check it out.
I'm doing Facebook Live videos. I'm doing open houses. I'm paying for Facebook and Instagram sponsored posts. I'm doing everything that you would want a normal agent to do. Just doing it for a fraction of the cost. Don't hate.
Hey, are you eating at the end of the day? Because people want to make it sound like they can't live off of something like $3,000 per listing. You seem like you're doing all right. I mean,
I have a dad bod. I have a gut. I'm eating.
You have a dad bod.
I'm eating okay. But to answer you honestly, for agents out there, no, guys, it's terrible. Stay with your 3% listings and 3% per side. But no, I'm happy. I have 11 listings in the last 7 weeks. I'm not starving. So, and then I got 4 buyers on top of it. People are loving not having to pay, a college tuition to sell their house.
Right. Well, let's talk a little bit about how real estate used to be. So, like the 6% model has been around for I don't even know when that started. I mean.
And
Commission is always negotiable,
and
but that's kind of been a standard
Okay, there we
for a little bit.
I was gonna say let's put a disclaimer. Everything in real estate is negotiable. Commissions are negotiable, but for today's sake, we'll talk 6%.
Yeah, we'll talk normal, or not normal, just like the standard, or I guess if you want to call it a standard. But okay, so pre-internet days, what does that look like as a real estate agent?
I think pre-internet days, the agent earned it, right? If you listed a house pre-internet, what happened? You signed a listing agreement, you, Mr. Seller and Mrs. Seller, you signed the listing agreement. No one in the world knew about it except for maybe their mom, dad, and their neighbor, right? But in this world of the internet, you list a house and immediately you're hitting people's portals, right? You're hitting like 180 different websites, the Zillows, the Redfins, the Trulias, the Homes.com, the Realtor.com. You're hitting all these websites instantly, and you're getting eyeballs. The old agents pre-internet, they earned their 6% because they had to do news articles, they had to do open houses for sure, they had to flyer the neighborhood, which I also do. I mean, they had to do so much more to market and get eyeballs and get showings. They had to make calls to clients that were in their, in their database. And that was the only way people saw it. In the age of the internet, people don't double-end listings anymore. I mean, as a norm, right? Because it's not their network. It's you hire a listing agent, and the listing agent lists it, and then comes along a buyer's agent with a buyer in tow, and they close the deal. That's how it happens 97% of the time.
So AZ flat fee, I forgot we have a little promo video we're going to show about AZ flat fee. But before we do it, why did you ultimately choose to go like the flat fee model coming out of
investment side?
I mean the investment side. You were a real estate agent, but just the investment side.
So I've been always selling houses for investors and for friends and family at a discount. I knew how to do it. My margins were fine, but I could do it at a discounted rate for those people because they were return customers.
Sure.
I decided if I stopped just going back to those few people and I opened up my friends and family discount to everybody, that this could be a valid business model.
All right, so let's roll the video right now.
I'm Brian Cunningham, the founder of AZ Flat Fee. For the last 7 years, I've been marketing and selling real estate for investors at deep discounts. I've saved investors millions in real estate commissions. I've also done the same thing for friends and family. But I feel this need in real estate, and I think it's time that everybody gets the friends and family discount. AZ Flat Fee is a flat fee MLS listing service. Instead of paying the agent based on the sales price of your house, AZ Flat Fee will market and sell your property for $3,000, regardless of the sales price. You're probably wondering what's included in the $3,000 fee. You'll receive a full MLS listing, sign installation, professional photos, a lockbox and showing service, contract negotiation, and coordination of title and escrow. It's everything you would expect when hiring a realtor, but for a fraction of the cost. If you want to list your house and you don't want to meet with a realtor, or you don't have time, go on our website, answer a few simple questions about your house, and we will list it. We'll send the photographer, we'll send the sign, and the listing agreement. I left the investment side of the real estate industry and started AZ Flat Fee so I could interact with people and to create an environment for my family where I was involved. I'm here to help families find their dream home. I want to save families thousands when they go to sell and help them invest that into their new home. Whether that's a move-in ready house or a house that needs fixing, I'm here to help. Why pay more when you don't have to? Flat fee, full service.
All right, and we're back. All right, so awesome promo video. And so all this kind of started, we can talk about disruptors in real estate. And the ones that really started to get traction over the last couple years, man, it's been a very short amount of time. We can throw out Open Door and OfferPad. So some people love them, some people hate them, some people like them. But obviously real estate is evolving and changing over time, So how do you see it changing over time?
I have a unique perspective, coming from the investment side, and maybe this is a little bit naive, but I see a world in the next, short future, 5 to 7 years, where you have 3 options. You sell your house to a big investment firm like an OfferPad and Open Door. Zillow is now buying houses in certain markets. You list with a flat fee agent, right? Because heck, you could sell your house today with OfferPad and Open Door. You just have to, you lose a little bit in their markdown. You sell the flat fee agent, or if your house really isn't ready to market, and there's some houses that aren't, right? Houses that have water damage, deferred maintenance, hoarder houses. There's some houses that aren't yet ready to market. You sell to like a We Buy Ugly Houses or the likes, right? I see those being the 3 models. I don't see a real estate market where the 6% model stays around. That being said, the agents that I do think will get the full 3% is the buyer's agents. I think they're worth their weight in gold. They're the ones who, always get the phone call, hey, Uncle Tom, I'm ready to buy a house. Will you help me? And they help, and they cart those people around and help them find their house, help them get pre-qualified, and really get them to the finish line.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that. So on the buyer side, the process hasn't really changed too much over the years. You'd get buyers in your car, you show them houses, and the process is the same today. Until self-driving cars come out and you have like a robot realtor or something pushing buttons.
Until Uber decides to get their real estate license, right?
Man, could you imagine that?
That'd be crazy. I don't see it changing. We've seen a few things on Shark Tank where you put a special lockbox on the house and people could just walk in. Open Door and OfferPad are doing that.
Right.
But I don't see that changing too crazy much. But on the listing side, the internet has really disrupted a ton of industries. It's gone through the car industry. Now the margins aren't the same that they were. It's gone through the clothing industry. I mean, look at Macy's and Nordstrom. They're struggling, right? Amazon is now the biggest retailer in the entire world. That's crazy. And so it just really hasn't hit real estate, and I think it's going to, and I think the effects are going to be big, broad, and quick.
Right. I mean, obviously we're seeing changes fairly quickly. Yeah. It seems like every other day I'll just check to see what news is out there, and some new company raising money. We have Purple Bricks, Open List. I mean, it seems like every other week there's like a new name out there. Whether they stick or not, who knows? We've also seen some that are like, name your own listing price, and then those go out of business.
And I will be honest, I mean, flat fee isn't new, right? And I've had a couple comments from some agents that have been around longer than I have, right? I've been around a while, but I haven't seen very many cycles in real estate. And in 06, 07, there was a lot of flat fee companies, and they went by the wayside. I think it's here to stay this time, because in 06 or 05 to 07, we had this really sharp ramp up. And people, when they sold in the downturn last time, they didn't have equity. We've had a 10-year build where people are building their equity, and this correction, the next market correction, whenever it comes, I think people are going to be in the mode of preserving equity. Last time, the flat fee agents went away because short sell agents became the dominant, people in the market.
Right.
I think flat fee is going to be what short sell agents were in the last crash.
Cool, man. Well,
I mean, that's my prediction.
Hey, we'll see how the dice rolls. I think everybody has their own opinion.
Yeah.
We appreciate you coming on and sharing your perspective on and why you chose to go, start your own flat fee listing company. I find it interesting. And what if somebody is interested in listing their home? flat fee with you, how does somebody go about getting a hold of you?
There's a couple ways. You give me a call. That's the easiest way. I like talking to people on the phone.
Oh, we didn't talk about the website either.
Lister Pros did my website, guys. Let's. I don't know if we can do some screen grabs, but Lister Pros helped me with my website. Thank you, Jordan, for that. Thank you, Ash. Ash was a big component in that. You can visit me at azflatfee.co. On azflatfee.co, you have two options. You can schedule a normal appointment like you would with a normal realtor. I come in, give you the pitch, give you the whole 9 yards. Or you can click option 2, which is you can fill out a form on the internet, describe your house, give me really good detail, and don't lie to me, right? But tell me the truth. I'll provide everything I would in a normal listing appointment, market summary, suggested list price, and then I don't ever have to come to your house. So for a busy executive, for someone who just really doesn't have time, it could be a good option to have me just give you the listing agreement all over the internet.
Cool. So I interrupted you. Sorry, but how do they get a hold of you?
Brian Cunningham, 480-370-6160. Brian at azflatfee or azflatfee.co.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on the show for the second time.
Appreciate it.
And we will see you guys on the next episode. For more information on hosting your own Facebook live show just like this one, message Lister Pros directly on Facebook, and we will see you guys on the next episode.